Good morning, interwebs. It's about 10 after 10, and I'm up. I'm not actually dressed yet. I'm gonna take a shower and stuff, but first, I'm going to go and saunter down to the mailbox to put these packages in. It is 11:20, and I'm sitting here just finishing my cup of coffee, which is very, very good today. I am also trying to download a new audiobook to listen to. So, I had been, the last audiobook I had tried listening to had been in the Wicked series, and I don't care. Like, the story does not have me intrigued, and I really just decided, I used to be, like, a bitter ender with all things, especially when it came to books and, like, television shows and whatever. And now I've just decided when I stop enjoying it, I'm done. I don't have time to, well, since I don't have a lot of time to, you know, prioritize reading or listening to books or whatever, I should only consume things I'm enjoying or feel worthwhile about, and if I don't, then I'm done with them. I'm kind of doing this as an overview of life lately. I've also been going through, there's been several YouTube subscriptions that I'm just over. Like, the people have changed directions, or have gotten really preachy and it bothers me, or are just getting really hypocritical, and so I just stopped watching those people. And that's okay. I keep reminding myself. Speaking of YouTube, I have lovely YouTube subscribers. Hello to, Savannah and Layla, and Natalie, too. Hi. I liked your comments. Thank you. I'm glad that you like the bags and such. And I hope that you are having a lovely time in the UK. Now, UK is a broad term. What country are we talking in the UK? Just curious. I also have really enjoyed everybody's comments about what time you're watching. Way more interesting to me than it should be. Like, I found that I really like data. Data's fun. It's informative, and I kind of like it because it's, well, you can think on it, or I, in this case, can think on data and, like, what it means. It is not, it's objective. Like, there is an answer. It's not all, you know, I can figure out what the data means, but the data itself is the data, and that's kind of cool. I finally decided on a book, and I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's like a fantasy dragony book, I think. I think that's what I decided on. Anyways, I also went through the list of available audiobooks from my library, which is where I get my audiobooks, so that way they are free. Kansas has a state library that all the citizens are entitled to a library card from. So in addition to my local library, I have access to, you know, more audio files and stuff. But I went through the whole list of fantasy books kind of that I thought would be what I was looking for, and I put a whole bunch of things on my wish list. So hopefully next time I need a book, I don't have to go through the whole thing. Okay, so this is the new thing that's driving me nuts. Our house has shifted again, and so our storm door does not close every time. But it does then get left slightly open by the kids, and it just bangs and bangs and bangs. And it starts by, like, kind of making my hair stand on end, and then by the end I want to shake somebody. So that's how that goes. But it is now closed, so now it is okay. There's a truck driving up. What's the deal with that? Oh, it's the people about our sighting. I wonder if that means Steve's gonna come and get me here in a minute. Oh yeah, we're getting a quote for siding for our house, because I'm sure you've noticed that the siding on our house is trashed. And that's what our tax return's going toward, is hopefully fixing that. So, I'm gonna go find my shoes, and then if Steve doesn't come and get me, I'm gonna go sew. I was just looking at stuff about the Kansas Sampler Festival, because I've been trying to find out how many people came, and they've been not releasing that information, but they did today. So, when I went my first year, which was in Wamego, which is near Manhattan, which is where I go and have, like, acupuncture and go to Aldi and go to Joann's and all the things. It's where K-State is located. And in Wamego, in 2015, there were 12,000 people at the Kansas Sampler Festival, and that was my first year, and that year I did the best financially. And then in 2016, it was in Winfield, and they closed early the second day because of weather, and we had 8,200 people come. And then today, they released that in Winfield this year, there were 8,357 people. So, less. And I think I did about the same. Actually, I guess I did a little better this year financially. So, but still less than I had done that first year. And I would say it's probably about right that there were 2/3 as many people, and I probably did 1/3 less business than I did the first year. So, anyways, it's just interesting to know both location-wise and stuff. And gosh, that first year, I really was not prepared in the way I am now, because I had only been vending for a few months. Like, I'd started, my first show was in October of 2015. Is that right? Must be, because Kansas Sampler Festival was in May. No, it was in October 2014. That's right. So October 2014 I did my first show. And then Kansas Sampler Festival was in May of 2015. So, anyways, good to know. Interesting information. Like I say, data. So. Okay, randomness in this sweet roll. So it was the green, going along happily green, and then I hit a knot between the green and the white, which was obnoxious, but whatever, I cut it out. Joined everything back in, going along nicely. Sorry you're so close, but I only have 2 hands. And then I barely get very far, and look! There's another knot, just far enough in the cake that, like, I couldn't see it till, you know, it got wrapped up. Plus, it's in a bag. Yeah, it's back to green. What's that about, Premier Yarns? So now I gotta cut out the white and keep going. Weird. I just don't understand. I've been trying to understand, like, just, like, how that happens. Like, I get when they have to change, like, the bolts or whatever of the yarn. Like, I understand that logically. I don't like it, but logically I get it. But how? White in the... I don't know. Further annoyance. So I put the green in. I'm going across, and I made it to the end. I turn, and I notice... Really? Another knot? At least it's knotted in the same color, but... Now I feel like I need to, like, pull out a bunch of this and check it. But that seems dumb, because the whole point of the sweet roll is that it's caked and... Arg. It's about 2:30, and I am headed to bed, because I finally feel sleepy-ish, and I think I might sneeze. Anyways, I'm headed to bed. I did take a nap this afternoon, like, while the kids napped and stuff. Steve and I hung out and talked for a little bit. I keep meaning to mention, we've started watching Master of None Season 2 on Netflix, and in case that's something that you want to watch, the first episode I thought was terrible. Like, terrible. We haven't made it through the whole season, so perhaps it will hit a point where it becomes relevant to me why they bothered to make it. But right now, Steve and I were like, why? Waste of our time. But the rest of the episodes we've been enjoying so far. So, that's a thing. But we didn't watch any today. We hung out, then he went to bed, and then I took a nap in my chair, and then, like the recliner, not this chair. And then the kids got up, and the kids and I did some stuff, and had dinner and things, and I was working on my blanket, and then, yeah, I worked on it all night. I realized this morning I mentioned that I was going to sew some bags today, and I never ended up sewing. But I also didn't realize it was Tuesday. For whatever reason, I thought it was Wednesday. But basically, Tuesday is usually our day when we do family things, and we go and run errands and all of that, because it's usually we have, like, library story time. Except story time is taking a break between now and when the summer reading program starts. So there will be no, specifically Tuesday activities unless we decide there are. But I just generally plan that Tuesday's like my day off. And then when Steve has his days off, then Tuesdays are like a real, like, big day off. But I try not to do anything that's too, like, work-related. I don't feel bad if I don't get anything productive done on Tuesday. Same thing with Monday. Though Monday, I have to take my daughter to dance, at least this year. And whatever day dance is every year kind of just becomes, like, a worthless day for us because of the driving to and from dance and just the way scheduling works. But anyways, Monday and Tuesday are, like, days off. So days where I don't have to feel bad if I don't get things that I should be doing done. So, like, I did an elliptical today, though that was for several reasons, and I ended up not sewing today, but I did work on my Afghan, which you could argue was still working, because it's a pattern design, and I want to finish it so that I can share the design with y'all, because I think it's a good one, and I think it will be fun and useful to other people, but I need to finish making it in the larger size so I know the, like, yarn amounts, because I've made a small version and now I need to make the bigger one, and I'm really liking how the big one is turning out. It's okay in this yarn. I'm happy with, I'm just starting to do the outline, so I will know soon fully what I think of doing it in this yarn, but I'm enjoying that. But I just like the pattern in general. Like, it's fun to stitch, which is cool. But you don't care about that right now, because I'm not going to show it to you till it's done. So I'm going to go to bed, though, and hopefully sleep better than I did last night, because my sleep has been getting progressively worse the last couple of nights, and last night was really bad, which is part of the reason for the massive nap this afternoon, and I slept so hard during my nap, which was good, because clearly I needed it. But my sleep seems to be going downhill again, and my mood is getting wonky again, and, like, I have that, like, jittery... It's not even exactly jittery. It's not exactly panicky. Like, I explain, it's like I feel like my body is, like, vibrating, kind of, in an uncomfortable feeling way. So Steve was asking if my acupuncture seems to be wearing off, and I think it might be. I did my last 2 batches closer together because I was in the town driving through after Sampler Festival. So rather than going, like, a whole week, I only went 6 days, and then I was like, well, we'll be back there next Tuesday. I'll just try and push it. So right now, I'm trying to hold out till next Tuesday before I go again, but if for some reason it gets much worse, and it seems like it's moving toward worse, like, as the evening has progressed, I am feeling more and more not in a good place, but I'm hopeful maybe I'll get some sleep and do calm activities. Maybe it'll all be better, because I don't know. So, I'm gonna go to sleep, and we will see what tomorrow brings, and I will see you tomorrow. Nighty-night!